everyone, welcome back to the Tarot Tanvi. I'm Tanvi, this is my studio, and this is your weekly prediction for the week July 25th to July 31st for Earth signs. So Earth signs include Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. So in this video, we'll be reading in this particular order. This video will be a little different from our regular format because after this short introduction, you'll not be able to see my face. So you'll only be able to see my hands and the cards in more detail, so that we can focus on what's going on in this week and on your cards more deeply. So also at the same time, we'll be focusing on 3 separate areas of your life for this specific week and what you can do to make the best out of what you have with, around you and with your surroundings. So we'll be focusing on love and relationships and career and finances, and finally on health, which includes emotional, mental, physical and spiritual health. And we'll also have one card which will give us the overall energies of what we can expect out of this week. So let's get started with Taurus. Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly prediction for the week July 25th to July 31st. So for your overall energies, we have the oracle card which says chain of events that will affect your life. For your love and romance, we have the Emperor. For your career and finances, we have the 10 of Pentacles. And then for your health, we have the Queen of Wands. For your love and romance, we have the Emperor card, which is a major arcana, which says that you might be involved with somebody who is like quite authoritative. And this week, just letting somebody else take the lead could actually be very beneficial for you. You not wanting to take a lead in terms of your relationship and you not wanting to control your relationships could actually prove very, 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 very significant for you. Of course, I'm not instigating that, you should allow somebody to dictate your life or you should allow abuse, just a trigger warning, so like not on those lines, but just allowing somebody else to give their opinion and maybe follow somebody else's opinion who's wiser than you, and you'll discover that they're wiser than you, or whether they're not wiser, by just trusting them and allowing them to take a lead for at least for this week. So for your love, this is your career and finances. So your career and finances, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So like the reason why I said love in terms of your career, and I do feel like this person looks very similar to the Emperor card. I do feel like your love life could actually help your career as well this week. So we have the 10 of Pentacles in your career, which is like the best card to get in terms of your career, in terms of like where your career is at. This is like the ultimate happiness, in terms of your earthly realms, in terms of your material success, in terms of your finances. So you can have somebody who's very loyal to you, who's giving you very good advice, a very wise counsel. Of course, relationships and love involve your, even if you're single, this involves all types of relationships. This could be, your strengthened relationship with your father who's going to help you out in other aspects, or your partner, or your friend, or somebody that's going to really play a major role in terms of your career. Or this could be like a boss who's going to turn into a love interest as well. So in terms of your health, I do feel like Queen of Wands, which is a person whose solar plexus is quite active. So solar plexus is a chakra which speaks about self-worth and empowerment. The Queen of Wands is the energy and a person who's not afraid of her own power. Many times we think that it is our scarcity and it is our disempowered nature that scares us or that's stopping us, but actually it is our power that scares us the most. So stand in your power still, and standing in your power does not mean that you need to assert yourself everywhere. But in terms of your health, I do feel like maybe you'll have very strong boundaries about maybe not binge eating and not wanting to waste time, or not binge watching, and all that whatever it is that people do to not have a great health. So you will have a lot of self-control this week. So that's all that I have for you for this week, Taurus. I hope that this was helpful in some way, it made some sense, and please don't forget to check out your sun, moon and rising sign as well. Hello Virgos, welcome to your weekly prediction for the week July 24th to July 31st. So for your overall energy, we have Feather, which says someone you know is undependable and insincere. Let me just explain, because this is not the message that I'm getting intuitively. but yeah, I'll explain, so just hold on. So for your love and romance and relationships, we have the Well, which is like a major arcana and is specific to this particular deck. And then for your career and finances, we have the Hermit card, which is another major arcana. For your health, we have the Ten of Swords. First of all, like with this card, someone you know is undependable and insincere. I feel like there's an overcritical energy coming from you, Virgo, where you begin to judge everyone and anyone's intentions, and your judgments are not necessarily right. Being overcritical is not going to help you or any other relationship. In order to be in relationships with people, you'll have to put your heart at risk and you'll have to begin to trust people. I don't sense that there are people who are not dependable or insincere, but I do feel like there is like unreal expectations that you're setting out of people that you've just started seeing or just started dating, and not giving yourself the room and the time and the space to just go with the flow and discover, or just being open to just being vulnerable. Mistakes are what would help you make your life better. It's not your success that makes your life better necessarily. Like, success is a byproduct of your mistakes. Mistakes are not a byproduct of your success, right? So yeah, so mistakes are being open to making mistakes and allowing others to make mistakes is also very important. Just like, don't downright judge somebody based on what you see, like maybe on a first date or something like that. Just don't quickly judge somebody. In terms of your love life, we have the Well card, which speaks about maybe wishing upon a well. I do feel like there's a lot of wishes coming true in terms of your love life, which is like beyond your expectations, and that's what is scaring you. Sometimes it's like the good things that scare us the most, and I always like to tell this to people, that it is the good things that would scare you. Those are not the bad things that would scare you. And always wanting to look at what is wrong. Maybe there's something wrong. Is there something wrong? Is it really happening? I don't think this can happen. All those thoughts. I think like this is too much mental energy going on. Wish upon think of a wishing well, make a wish, and just allow your wishes to come true. Allow your wishes and allow people to just be, and allow people to find you, and allow people, give them the room and the space to be natural, and natural people make mistakes. Okay, so be very forgiving, please, to yourself and to others. So in terms of your career and finances, we have the Hermit card, which is a major arcana and which is your card, Virgo. So this card represents Virgo. I do feel like there's if you just allow yourself to take charge in terms of your career, you're actually much smarter than you think you are. In terms of your career, I do feel like there's a lot of independence and entrepreneurial energy, but don't try to take a lot of opinions from others in terms of your career. As long as as far as your career is involved, I do feel like just keep taking the journey on your own. You are there are certain people who are alphas and who are loners, and just take charge of your career, and you'll actually do wonders in your career this week, and you'll surprise yourself with the amount of ideas you have. In terms of your health, we have the Ten of Swords, which can talk about a lot of overthinking in terms of of course, like we discussed, that allow people the room to make mistakes, give them the space and the room to make mistakes, and be very forgiving of yourself and of others. Normal people make mistakes, good people make mistakes, natural people make mistakes. People who don't make mistakes, I don't know. Everybody makes mistakes, alright, and it's important to make mistakes. So yeah, so that's all that I have for you for this week, Virgo. I hope that this was helpful in some way, it made some sense, and I'm gonna see you again next time. Hello Capricorn, so welcome to your weekly prediction for the week July 25th to July 31st. So for your overall energy, we have Spear, which says heartache over what you no longer have. Then for your for your love and relationships, we have King of Pentacles. For your career and finances, we have Page of Cups. And for your health, which includes emotional, mental, physical, spiritual health, we have the Nine of Swords. I do feel like there could be a lot of reminiscing over the past in general this week in terms of your career. Maybe you might have had certain exams, so you might think that I could have done this, could have done that in terms of my exam, because we have in your career, we have Page of Cups, which is like a very innocent energy, which is very playful energy, but at the same time not very mature. I do feel like you might have this energy where you give an exam and you feel that, oh my god, I could have done this better, could have done that better, should have, could have, would have. all of that, or could have done this in my career, would have done that in my career, should have done that, would have, all that jazz, all that overthinking, which can help, which cannot help you anymore. So there's no point, thinking about these things that you could have, would have, or should have done. Just do what you can in the moment. Live in the moment is a strong message for you for this week, Capricorn. I do feel like this is kind of an overall energy where people do need to really ground themselves and focus on the present moment this week. For your health, we have the Nine of Swords, which can talk about, a little bit of sleeplessness, or being bothered by what other people would think of you. This could be like a tendency that you have, conscious or subconscious. You might be an overthinker, and you might care a lot about what other people would say, and hence you might overthink every decision that you have to make. When I was wondering about this thing, that people who are planners, who plan every move, they're actually very afraid of failures. They're actually very afraid of other people's opinions. That's why they plan so much. So I do feel like this week, just go with the flow and give yourself the time and the space to make mistakes. In terms of your love life, I do feel like there's a lot of stability, because you have the King of Pentacles. I feel like there's a lot of security in terms of your relationships, wherever you are in your relationship status, whatever your relationship status is. I do feel like there's a lot of security, there's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of stability in your love life. So that's all that I have for you for this week, Capricorn. I hope that this was helpful in some way and it made some sense. And please don't forget to check out your sun, moon, and rising sign as well. I'm gonna see you again next time. Bye bye. Take care.